Kris, in short, 12 goals in 2 games against. How important is it for you guys to shore up your work in your defensive zone?
Oh, absolutely. You don't have much chance of winning if you're giving up, maybe 3 goals. Ideally, it's maybe 2 or less, and especially against a team that's very good defensively. Don't give up many goals against. Just makes our job a lot harder. And for the first 40 minutes, I thought checked pretty well up until except for the special teams, obviously the penalty kill, giving up 2 the other night, 3 tonight. That's makes it very difficult for us to outscore that.
Yeah, the history of this series was your special teams were better than theirs, and that's been flipped upside down in this series. Is that something you think you can fix in time?
Well, absolutely. If we have to have an opportunity to turn this thing around, it's special teams. But you look at the goals against on there's certain things that we can do better. Not that we have to change our system, but we just need to elevate some of our play when we're mostly killing.
You kind of touched on it a little bit at the end there, but why do you think you've been having so much trouble keeping the puck out of your net? If you've been able to pinpoint a reason or two.
Well, the last 2 games, 5 on the special teams. That's obviously a big part of it. The other one is just mistakes. I don't necessarily see us LA making plays to beat us. I see just mistakes, gift wrapping opportunities. That's different. If they make a heck of a play and they're able to score goals, you tip your hat and say, there's not much we can do. But I don't think I've seen very much of that. I think it's been mostly gaffes that have cost us.
What went into pulling Skinner, and especially in the time, the kind of the opportunity that you did?
I think it's just a break for Skins. We're down 5-2. Give him a break. But also sometimes when the goalies change, there's a little boost to our team to, maybe have a immediate spark. That's a stretch. It's a long shot, but that moment after the TV timeout, give it a try.
Building on that, how do you assess who starts in net for you on Game 3?
The coaches will get together, obviously, with our goaltending coach and the staff, and decide what's best. I don't think there's been any bad goals. There's been a lot of goals. But boy, it's the chances that we're giving up are grade A's. And I'm not sure there's many that I would say, geez, where's the save there? It's been very difficult for a goaltender play. The more structure and the less we're giving up those opportunities, it's a lot easier for Stuart Skinner or Calvin Pickard playing. But, when you're making a gaff and a guy's all by himself in the slot, and we've seen probably 3 of those in the last 2 games, that's just, that's not giving your goaltender much help.
And in terms of your penalty kill, is the Kings power play doing anything unexpected, or why are they having the success that they are?
Oh, they got, they made a change at the end of the season, and it's a good power play. There's a lot of good moving parts there. It's very difficult to check. All 5 of those guys bring a different element, and it's exactly what we expected from them. We saw a lot of penalty kills our last regular season game against them. Obviously, we look at the other games that they've played against other teams, but I don't think there's anything that's unexpected.
Lack of discipline tonight, or just exasperation and frustration with some of your guys?
Well, I think,
ahead,
we gave up 5. They had 5 power play opportunities. We took 5 penalties last night, or the game 1, 5 again tonight. But I look at those 5 from game 1, and in my mind, there should be probably 2. You can't convince me that puck didn't hit the glass. And then we took another one with the challenge, and then there's another one that I don't believe was a penalty. So maybe there's 2 tonight. Maybe the first 3 You know, tonight in my mind, there's probably two. You know, it's a difficult for the referee to call those under situation, but really frustrating with those getting called against us, and that's all I'll say.
6-2 game, and they have their first unit power play on the ice in the final 8 minutes. Any thoughts on that?
No thoughts.
Kris, your team has sent the Kings into the summer here 3 times in a row. Do you sense a hunger across the way that maybe you guys haven't matched yet?
Obviously, they're very hungry. They're a lot of belief. They play very well at home. I don't know if there's necessarily. We can play better. To say that we're not hungry, I don't know. Our guys have been waiting all year to hit the playoffs. I don't think that has anything to do with it. You know, we need to play a little bit better. Special teams is the biggest part of it, but everywhere we can step up our game a little more.
Kris, I know you're not happy with your record being down to 2-0 in the series, but how do you feel about this team as it heads home right now?
We've certainly seen, not necessarily all this team, but I've seen the majority of this team face difficult situations, a lot more difficult than it is right now. You know, we had 2 elimination games against Vancouver. We had 3 elimination games against, or 4 against Florida. There's absolutely no quit with this group. So, yeah, it's not an ideal position being down 2 games, but certainly no panic, especially from what I've seen from this group or the majority of this group.
Coach, you got 80% of the puck battles you guys won in the first period, but again, no goals. So how much of that is, are you stressing finishing, because that's been a big part of this, just trying to get on the board?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first 20 minutes, probably the 40 minutes, I thought we were pretty strong. The last period, we weren't. But I thought, 5-on-5, majority of the play in the offensive zone, had some good scoring chances, and with goal scoring, it's usually some waves. Sometimes a lot of it has luck, finishing your job opportunities, being ready for that, but hopefully that turns and we're able to capitalize a little bit more.
Coach, back here, is it a noticeable difference without Ekholm in the lineup, or you don't want to use that as an excuse?
No, it's not an excuse. We have a lot of guys who can step up and play. We saw it at the end of the season. All season, Ekholm, our last 2 seasons, certainly when I've been here, Ekholm's a big part of our team, and that's an understatement. First over the boards and penalty kill, shutdown defenseman, physical, first guy, or great first pass. What Ekholm does is irreplaceable. But we do have some defensemen that can step up and kind of cover what we're missing without him.